Good afternoon everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we are going to go and have another weekly Q&A. That is exactly right. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not sure if you just saw that, but that was sick. Go back and watch it again. Smash a like if you liked the intro. I liked it, you know. I liked it. Got a text message. Better put that on silent. We've been gathered here to do a Q&A. Just had a coffee, guys, so I just apologise for whatever is about to happen. So what I did is on Instagram, I did a little thing which is like ask some questions. It looked exactly like that. Okay, so if you typed a question, then I'm going to go through them now and kind of look at them and try and answer them. So I haven't kind of pre-looked at these or pre-screened them. I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens. The first one, let's pick one. Should we go from the bottom? The first one is Black Friday sale on your course, bro. No. I feel that as soon as you do discounts, you kind of devalue everything that you do. So if you see companies all the time just like offering discounts, I think it's a bit kind of desperate to get customers, when actually if you have a good product, then people will pay full price all the time without any problems whatsoever. And if you want to do a discount, you can do like 5%, 10%, and people will go nuts for it. So generally, no, I don't do discounts. Sorry. Here's another question, and it says how to get reviews and good rating on your products. Firstly, have a good product, okay? That's super important. Good product, you know, great customer support, great pictures. You know, when it turns up to people's doors, they're not going to look at it and go, what the hell did I order? Something they're going to be pleased to open, you know, pleased to use. So first and foremost, have a good product. Second thing is ask for reviews. That's really important. Ask for reviews for your email follow-up sequence. If there's any point where you interact with the customer, make sure you give them, you know, the top quality service. So that's probably kind of a couple of the best ways to do it. It's getting really damn hot, and I've got those two massive lights that are kind of like staring right at me. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna break here, and if you want to ask me a question for next week, make sure you are following me on Instagram. Handle's gonna be just here, it's linked down below as well. Go over there, kind of put your notifications on and all that sort of good stuff, and then when I put that story up to say, hey, ask me questions, make sure you ask those questions, because that's where they are coming from. We got to one, this is a little bit different, so hopefully you guys are gonna learn something about me. It says, what's your story musically, and do you have any music goals set? So over there, I've got some guitars. So to break it down very quickly for you, I really liked music when I was growing up. I used to play the guitar quite a lot. I got quite good at it very young, and then I decided I didn't want to go to, I think it was sixth form at the time, because they wouldn't let me do music because like theoretically I was really bad at it. So they're like, no, you can't do music because you don't know how to do scales and stuff, and it was rubbish because I could play instruments. And so they were like, no, you can't do it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to sixth form. I went to a guitar school. It's called the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance. I pretty much played guitar for a year straight, like 12 hours a day. I really got very good, you know, up to a grade 8 level standard. My theory got very good. Did all jazz and blues and rock and metal and singer-songwriter, basically any genre under the sun. I learned how to play and do some really kind of advanced stuff. So that was when I was 16 when I did that, and I was in a group with, you know, many people that were a lot older than me. So that was a really great time where I kind of got to experience independence, I guess. So that's where it started. I don't really have any plans for the future, other than just to practice and just maybe pick up the guitar a little bit more and maybe like play some songs and stuff like that. But I haven't got any particular plans. I would love to kind of sell music. That is passive income. I would love to sell music, but yeah, maybe I'm not really a very good songwriter. So there we go. Next question. Thank you for that one. Do you need new Amazon account for different brands and products? Very good question. So yes, you can set up different Amazon stores for different brands. You just must be aware that they can't be kind of conflicting in any way. You can't have crossover products because Amazon don't allow that. If you have a different Amazon store, they have to be kind of different products. It is a good idea if you are particularly going down a strong brand image. You don't want to sell products that are unaligned with your brand. So yeah, you can set up multiple stores if you need to. I wouldn't do it unnecessarily, but yes, you definitely can do that. You just need to email the seller performance team, which it's not too hard. Here we go, let's have a little look. It's from Matt, MFA Music. Do you know much about selling an Amazon business? No, I do not know much about selling an Amazon, or any business for that matter. There are websites you can use, like Empire Flippers. I think that's one of them. That's the only one I've seen because they advertise, but I'm sure you could kind of find many websites where you can sell your business, and they would kind of do an assessment to see what it's worth. But you know, I don't know currently. However, it is something that I will eventually want to look into, because my goal for my Amazon stores and brands is not to have them forever. I don't want to be running these companies literally forever. I want to build them up to a point where the turnover is as good as I can make it, like with the resources that I have, and then sell it. If it really kicks off and they do like really well, then who knows, I may continue to do it for years and years, but I'm going to estimate that probably is not going to happen, and it's going to just be a, you know, revenue generator for a few years. I'll be able to get a few years history and then sell the businesses. So I will look into that eventually, but that's, you know, a couple of years away at least. Can I get rich? I don't know, maybe. Should I sell fly fishing products if that's my IG niche on Amazon? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sell fly fishing products. If it's something that you're knowledgeable about and you're passionate about, which I know you are, then absolutely you can do that. There's no problem whatsoever. What's the difference between manufacturer and brand name when you add a product? For all intents and purposes, for us, it's the same. Okay, if you're private labeling, it's just the same. From, I think it's Anish. How to deal with people hating or telling you that you're, I guess this is too young, okay? Okay, two questions there. How to deal with people that hate, or like throwing hate at you or not agreeing with you or like whatever. And then the second question, if people think you're too young. First question, okay, don't listen to those people. I know it's easier said than done, but if someone is throwing hate at you, like I sometimes get it in a comment or whatever, and I just ignore it, because if I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing is the right thing, and someone's coming in here and be like, oh, rah, 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 just do this and that, I don't really care. It's none of my concern about how someone else feels about something. So put your hand on your heart. If you know that actually you're doing the right thing, then it doesn't matter if someone is hating on you at all. It's just their opinion. Everyone has one, and you don't need to listen to them. If it's someone close to you, of course, that might hit home, but you have to really try and take a step back and just look at things objectively and take a zoom out, right? You know, just zoom out from that situation. What about people telling you too young? Again, the same sort of thing. It's like you would never get advice from someone about how to lose weight if they were really fat, right? You wouldn't do that, okay? You wouldn't go to a morbidly obese person and say, how do I lose weight? Can you help me lose weight? Because obviously they don't know, right? So equally, if someone that's maybe older than you saying you're too young, well, what were they doing when they were that age? Were they trying to be an entrepreneur? Well, probably not, because they're giving an excuse to you as to why maybe they couldn't do it. So yeah, go ahead and do whatever you want at whatever age. Not whatever you want, you know, within legality and reason. But yeah, just go show them wrong, teach them a lesson. I've got 3 questions left, okay, so they're pretty good questions. 3 questions left. Next one is from Jason Smooth JD13. It says, do you think there's a problem with this country if everyone is hating their 9-to-5 job in their life? Look, I think the thing is, if you're really truly upset with your job and you hate doing it all the time, you need to get out of that job. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to get out of 9 to 5, it's just you need to get out of that particular 9 to 5. For a lot of people that want to be entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter what job you're in, it's just you don't want to be in a job where you're working for someone else. I don't think that's maybe located just to the UK. I think there's lots of places in the world. Everyone wants to kind of better their own lives and provide more for their family and have a better quality of life. I think those things are kind of universal for most people. You know, I think it's just in the UK we're sometimes a little bit, I don't know, just a bit negative maybe about a lot of stuff. And yeah, when I was in my 9 to 5 job, I did hate it. Particularly the travel. The travel was the thing that really grinded my gears. I hated doing it. It honestly was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Was that commute. So I don't think there's a problem with the country at all. I just think it's people that aren't fulfilled. So they are upset and they're sad and they're angry and frustrated. And that's completely normal. Awesome question. Let's move on to the next one. So this is from Aylin06. Will Brexit affect us FBA sellers? Yeah, probably. I don't think we really know. I may be misinformed at this point in time. I don't really know what's going to happen. Yes, of course, things are going to change. That's natural, but things always change. So the thing with the business owner is that you've got to be able to adapt to that change and find an opportunity. You know, your business might be really hurt from some changes that are made. Maybe there's some legislation that changes. Who knows what's going to happen, right? but you've got to be able to adapt and pivot and innovate. So I think the big thing to be aware of is if you are a business owner, you're thinking about starting up a business, is if you can't like learn on the fly and adapt to change and all those kind of good things, then your business probably wouldn't be successful anyway. Because those things are inevitably going to happen regardless of Brexit, regardless of anything else. I think keep a positive attitude, and if there's any changes, find a way to make it work for you. Last question we're going to go through today before we round it up, kind of should maybe be a 10-12 minute video. Again, if you want to have more of these, make sure you comment down below saying yes, I want another Q&A video. Make sure you're of course on Instagram for the next one, because I only put the story up, you know, about a couple of hours ago, so I'm looking at these questions that are pretty new. So if you're responding to this after a couple of hours after posting it, probably not answer the question, unfortunately. Just got to do these things quickly. So the last question is, when is your new brand launching? So if you guys don't know, I'm launching a new brand soon, which is the answer to the question. Very, very soon. I've had some good updates today. But also kind of like good updates, but also really bad updates as well. So my stock should be delivered today, but today is Black Friday, possibly the worst day for stock to be delivered into Amazon, because it's going to be absolute carnage there. It's going to be absolutely mental. So I don't know when my stock will be received. When it is received and it's all sellable, make sure you pay attention to the YouTube channel, because that's when it's all going to go down. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to show you, so it should be soon, but could be within the next 2 weeks, because Amazon sometimes take up to 2 weeks to receive your stock. So who knows, but I've done a lot of work on it today. I'm really excited to see what's about, you know, what's around the corner basically. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. So thank you for, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you ever so much for making it this far. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you liked the answers to my questions, and I hope that if you did ask a question, I answered it well for you. So if you want to be featured in the next Q&A, which I will do if you guys want me to do it, make sure you comment down below. Just let me know with those questions. I will of course put your Instagram handle there as well if you want some little shout out and stuff like that. I'm happy to do that. But for now, that is going to be it. That is going to be it. I'm going to go make some dinner, eat some beans. It's all good. Make sure you always are able to get the support you need. Of course, you've got YouTube for a whole bunch of free information you can get out there. You've got my free Amazon FBA groups. I've got support.jonnybradley.com for free support. You've got obviously Instagram, my email. You've got my course, a whole bunch of ways where you can get support, you can get help, and you can kind of leverage the peer-to-peer support from everyone else that's trying to succeed as entrepreneurs as well. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.